Every discovery deepens our bond with what we once misunderstood.
The neural pathways show a significant anomaly.
It's unlike anything we've seen before.
Myth to science, our story with sharks never ends.
Base camp, do you copy?
Far beyond the Mexican coastline lies an island wrapped in mist and mystery, Guadalupe. Here, in the deep sapphire waters, shadows move with silent grace. They are the ocean's living legends, the great white sharks. Each glide, each flick of the tail, speaks of ancient power and untamed instinct. Divers who dare to descend here describe the moment as standing before a god, vast, merciless, and magnificent. In this sacred blue cathedral, life and death dance together, and only one truth remains. The ocean doesn't fear us, we fear what lives beneath. Guadalupe Island rests like a forgotten jewel in the Pacific, 150 miles off the coast of Mexico. Its cliffs rise from the sea like ancient sentinels, guarding one of nature's most powerful secrets. Every year, from late July to November, the ocean transforms into a theater of giants. As great white sharks migrate here to hunt, mate, and rule. Beneath the calm surface, tension simmers, every ripple could hide a predator. Scientists call it a marine paradise, but to those who faced its depths, Guadalupe is something else entirely, a place where beauty meets fear, and survival writes the story. The kingdom of the apex predator. In the waters of Guadalupe, power has a shape, and it moves like a shadow made of muscle and precision. The great white shark is not just a hunter, it is the ocean's perfect design, refined through millions of years of evolution. Its massive frame, stretching up to 6 meters, glides effortlessly through the depths, guided by senses so sharp they can detect a heartbeat from miles away. Every motion is calculated. Every strike, a masterpiece of timing and control. When a seal ventures too close, the ocean seems to hold its breath. Then, in an explosion of foam and fury, nature's silent assassin claims its prize. Yet, there's more to these predators than blood and teeth. Divers who've looked into their black, glassy eyes describe something deeper, awareness. A raw intelligence that studies as much as it strikes. Here in Guadalupe, humans aren't the rulers, we are guests in their dominion. The balance between awe and fear defines every encounter. One wrong move, one careless ripple, and the thin line between curiosity and catastrophe disappears. This is the kingdom of the great white, where dominance isn't shown through chaos, but through control. And every creature that enters knows the same truth, in Guadalupe, the ocean belongs to them. The science behind the giants. To understand the great whites of Guadalupe, one must step beyond fear and into fascination. These predators aren't just hunters, they're masterpieces of evolution, carrying secrets written in the language of survival. Marine biologists have spent decades studying them, tagging their fins with transmitters to track migrations across oceans. What they've discovered is both extraordinary and humbling. These sharks travel thousands of miles with unerring accuracy, navigating the vast blue wilderness as if guided by an invisible map. Their sixth sense, the ability to detect electrical fields, allows them to feel the heartbeat of prey hidden in the depths. Even the faint pulse of a wounded fish is enough to draw them from hundreds of meters away. Their eyes, adapted for the dim light of the deep, can see silhouettes where human sight ends. But for every question answered, a dozen remain. Where do they breed? Why do some return to Guadalupe every year, while others vanish into the unknown? The more we study them, the more they remind us of the limits of human knowledge. Science measures their movements, counts their teeth, and records their speed. Yet it still cannot measure what it feels like to meet one. To hover face to face with a creature that embodies both nature's beauty and its brutal truth. The human connection. For those who dare to meet the great whites of Guadalupe, it's more than an adventure, it's a confrontation with something primal. Divers descend into the blue inside steel cages, hearts pounding as the vast silhouettes appear from the haze. The first sight of a great white, its size, its calm precision, freezes every thought. fear fades, replaced by awe. In that moment, the ocean stops being a distant mystery and becomes a living force. Many describe the experience as spiritual, even humbling. The shark doesn't rage or attack without cause, it observes. Its movements are deliberate, its presence commanding respect rather than terror. Through the bars of the cage, humans realize how fragile they are in a world ruled by instinct and balance. Filmmakers, scientists, and adventurers return to Guadalupe year after year, not to conquer, but to understand. They come to capture a glimpse of a creature that reminds us what wildness truly means. And as the bubbles rise to the surface, one truth lingers. We aren't here to dominate the ocean, we're here to remember that we're only visitors in its endless home. The silent balance of nature. In the vast blue expanse of the Pacific, every creature plays a part, and none more vital than the great white shark. These apex predators are not villains of the sea, they are its guardians. By hunting the weak, the sick, and the dying, they keep the ocean's ecosystem in balance. Without them, chaos would spread beneath the waves, overpopulation, disease, and collapse of the delicate marine chain. Yet, despite their importance, great whites face dangers that no fin can outswim: human fear, pollution, and the slow death of their hunting grounds. Each year, fewer return to Guadalupe's sacred waters. The silence that replaces them isn't peace, it's warning. Nature has always worked in balance: predator and prey, life and death, growth and decay. The great white is a living reminder of that truth. It doesn't kill for pleasure or revenge, it kills to preserve the order written by time itself. And so, when we watch them glide beneath our boats, we're not seeing monsters. We're seeing the ocean's justice, pure, necessary, and endlessly beautiful. Conclusion/call to action. The story of Guadalupe's great whites is not one of terror, but of truth. They are the pulse of the ocean, ancient, untamed, and essential. Each time a fin breaks the surface, it reminds us that wildness still exists. That some corners of this planet remain beautifully beyond our control. We often call them killers, yet they kill less than we destroy. Their survival depends not on their strength, but on our choices. If the great whites vanish, a piece of the ocean's soul will vanish with them. So, let us protect what we fear. Let us honor what we cannot tame. Because the ocean's greatest predator is not our enemy. It's our mirror, showing us what power looks like when it lives in harmony with nature. In the end, to save them is to save the sea, and, perhaps, to save ourselves.